Hello everyone. So first we are going to see VI commands. Entering VI. So the file name can be the name of the existing file or the name of the file you want to create. View file name starts VI in read-only mode. Existing Exiting VI. Q, that means quit. W means write edit buffer to disk. W file name, write edit buffer to disk as file name. WQ means write edit buffer to disk and quit. Z, write edit buffer to disk and quit. Exclamatory mark, quit without writing edit buffer to disk. Positioning within text by character, left arrow, right arrow, backspace, space, H and L. First one is left one, and second one is right one, third one is left one, fourth one is right one, left one and right one. By word, it is W, N, W, B, N, B, E, N, N, E. First one is beginning of the next word, beginning of the nth next word, back to the previous word, back to the nth previous word, end of the next word and end of the nth next word. So we have a lot of commands like this: by line, by block, by screen, within file. Begin the VI editor exercise. This is the exercise of VI. The next one is begin with VI editor exercise. So we can insert text like small a, small a, capital I, O and capital O. These are all commands, and for deleting text we can use all these commands. For changing text we can use all these commands. So next, for copying lines we can use these kind of commands: small y, and moving lines we can use these commands. For searching and substituting we can use all these commands until here, and for miscellaneous commands we can use this one. So VI options. You can change the way VI operates by changing the value of certain options which control specific parts of the VI environment. To set an option during a VI session, use one of the commands below as required by the option. So we can use any one of these both. For example, set all shows all VI option effect. And the options can be set permanently by putting them in a file called .exrc in your home directory. So the next one is user account plus management. So following are the basic account management commands: user add, user del, group add, group del, and user mod. User add, it is to create new, user del is to delete, and group add is to create a new group. Group del is remove an existing group, and user mod is to modify attributes. The next one is creating user accounts in Linux. When we run user add, it performs major things. So basic syntax of command is user add, username. First one is basic usage with 10 example. Part 2 is advanced usage with 5 examples. So first one, how to add a new user in Linux. To add or create a new user, you have to use the command user add and add user with username. For example, user called solider, use the following command. This is the command. And when we add a new user in Linux with user add command, it gets created in locked state, and to unlock the user account, we need to set a password for that account with passwd command. Next one is, once a new user is created, it's automatically added to the password file. And the next one, to create a user with different home directory. So by default, user add command creates a user home directory. It can be changed by using -d option. And to create a user with specific user ID, every user has its own UID. So the new user accounts in Linux, it assigns user ID 500, 501, 502 and so on. And the fourth one is create a user with specific group ID. Every user has its own GID, group identification number. So if we add a user Tharnika with a specific ID, UID and GID, with the help of -u and -g options, it can create a specific group ID. Add a user to multiple groups. -g option is used to add a user of additional groups. So we are adding a user solider into multiple groups like admins, web admin, and developer. And add a user with without a home directory. In this situation, when we don't want to assign a home directory, in such situation, when a user logs into the system that has just restarted, its home directory will be root. So user add, this is the command. So now let's verify that the user is created without home directory using its command. Create a user with account expiry date. When we add a user with user at command, it get expires. So the expiry date is set to 0, means never expired. So if we set a date, then that will be the date for the expiry. And create a user with the password expiry date. So -f argument is used to define the number of days the password expires. Add user with custom comments. So -c allows you to add custom comments in the user, right? And 10, to change user login shell. We add user solid without login shell, and this is a command. You can check assign shell to user etc. password file. 11th one is add a user with specific home directory default shell and custom command. The following command will create a user Ravi with home directory, and this is the command. And the next one is add a user with home directory custom shell, custom command, and UID and GID. We have to use U defines new user and G defines GID. We defining shell as bin, sh, and custom UID and GID. Add a user with home directory. -s option adds the user with home directory with no shell custom command. Add user with home directory shell custom skel/command and user ID. Add a user without home directory, no shell, no group, and custom command. So these are the examples for using the commands. The next one is switch users and sudo access. Following is the user switch command that can be used for the switch from one user to another. su username. Sudo access is sudo command name. The above command name, sudo command name, will run any command owned and authorized by the root account as long as the user is authorized to run it. Configuring sudo access. So this is how we configure. And to test that the upload configuration allows the user to be created to run commands using. These are the commands. The next one is Linux editors. What is a text editor? Text editor is a program which enables you to create and manipulate character data in a computer file. There are several standard text editors available on Linux that are ed, ex, and vi, and sed. The standard display editor are vi supply commands. Vi uses a buffer, and vi operates in two different modes: the command mode and the insert mode. The system utility commands. It is data uptime, hostname, uname, which cal, and bc. So this is the command. And the uptime tell how long the system has been running. And the host name, this is the host names command. And uname, this is the unames command. And which, this is the command. And cal and bc, cal command is simply for calendar and bc is for calculator. The last one is processes. When you enter command at the shell prompt, it invokes a program. While this program is running, it's called process. So these are the command lines. So these are the examples for processes. Thank you.